Hello, beautiful people, beautiful students. How are you? I hope you're fine. God bless you all. The notes I gave you on figures of speech, and I want to quickly explain some things as regard figures of speech. Now, figures of speech simply means when you create images or mental pictures in reader's mind. There are some words in English language where you coin them. When I mean coin, what do I mean? I mean, for instance, you want to say, oh, he kicked the bucket. He kicked the bucket. Simply means he died. He's dead. And eventually you don't want to say, I'm sorry we lost him. But figures of speech are therefore the words we use to create a mental pictures in the reader's mind. They are what we use to create mental pictures in the reader's mind. And honestly speaking, in literature in English, we have lots of figures of speech. We have lots of figures of speech. For instance, we have simile. When I mean simile, what do I mean? Simile simply means when you compare two things with the use of as and like. When you compare two things with the use of as and like. E.g., when you say Mary is as beautiful as an angel, that means you're saying Mary is as beautiful as an angel. You are trying to compare Mary with who? With the angel. Also, when you say she's as dirty as a pig, she's as dirty as a pig, that means you are trying to compare that person with what? With a pig. You are not saying that person is a pig. You are saying that person looks like who? Like what? Like a pig. Also, we have metaphor. Metaphor is the direct comparison. When you don't use like, is the direct comparison. E.g., when you say she is a pig, can you see now? She is a pig. That's metaphor. But simile will tell you, oh, she is like a pig. Metaphor will say she is a pig. Then the next one, we have personification. Now, what is personification? Personification simply means when you give human attributes. When you give the human attributes, when you give them to what? To non-human being. When you give human attribute, when you treat something as if it were a human being, whereas it's not what? A human being. For instance, when you say the bright sun continue to smile, the bright sun continue to smile, that's a good example of personification. Also, when you say the door is dancing, the door is dancing. Quickly, let's move to alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of what? Consonant sound. For instance, when you say send Sule to Surulere to sell salt, can you see? Send Sule to Surulere to sell salt. Also, when you say Femi fried 5 fresh fish for Fumi last Friday, can you see the F and the S in the first one I gave you? Send Sule to Surulere to sell salt. Fried 5 fresh fish for Fumi last Friday. Can you see the repetition of the F? Also, we have onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is the repetition of sound, the easing of snake. Probably when I say, and the dog continue to bark. That's your onomatopoeia. The meaning, the sound, the combination of sound in a word. And we have hyperbole, is when you exaggerate. I'm so thirsty that I can drink a river dry. I'm so thirsty that I can drink a river dry. We have lots of figures of speech, and I want you to pick 5 and give me 5 more examples on them. Pick 5 figures of speech and give me more examples on them. Pick 5 figures of speech and give me more examples on them. We have a lot of them. We have irony. Irony is when you say the opposite of what you're supposed to say. Irony is when you say the opposite of what you are supposed to say. When you say she's brilliant